as Todd Lewis joins us once again.
All right, Damon, we don't have snow, but we do have some weather here just outside of Chicago. It's known as the Windy City, and the wind's picking up here 20 to 25 miles per hour. Players are preparing in earnest for the second FedEx Cup playoff event. That, of course, is the BMW Championship. And for 20 players in the field here, this is play well or go home because they're trying to advance to East Lake. You cannot win the FedEx Cup Championship unless you're in the Tour Championship. And there are some prominent names currently outside the top 30. Justin Rose, he's a former FedEx Cup champion. Matt Fitzpatrick, a U.S. Open champion. Cameron Young trying to solidify a spot in the United States Ryder Cup team. I talked to some of those players today, and I asked them, what is your strategy this week to maybe play a little more aggressively or just have better execution?
It's definitely better execution for me, Todd. You know, when you hit it short and straight, you better hit the fairways and wedge and putt well. So that's the plan this week.
You know, just try and go and play as good as I can. You know, last week I felt like a similar deal. I was 46 starting the week, and just try to not pay a lot of attention to it. Just go out and make as many birdies as I can and see where it falls. And luckily, it's good enough to be here this week.
I feel like I always play best when I have a little pressure. So obviously, I've been close. 3 or 4 years to get into the Tour Championship, so that's kind of one of my goals that I haven't notched off yet. So obviously love this style of course. You know, reminds me of home in Washington, same kind of grass. So yeah, I mean, hoping to get to FedEx Cup. You know, that's one thing I haven't done yet.
How important, from a goal perspective, is it for you to make it to East Lake?
Very. That's been my #1 goal for the year. Before I started this year, you know, I never made it to the Tour Championship, and you know, this year, hopefully, you know, I'll make it this year. But it looks like I'm in a decent spot. You know, 37, 38 is not bad. It's better than I guess 50. So, you know, I got this week to make it up. But you know, it's a season-long race. It doesn't come down to this event, but you know, it happens to be this one because it's the last one before the next one. But hopefully, I can play my best golf this week.
Since this is your last shot to get there, mentally, mechanically, strategically, how do you approach this week?
Same as every other week, I think. Nothing changes. Work on the same stuff, same swing, and trying to be aggressive in some shots, you know, trying to be, you know, this is a tough golf course, you know. The score's been very high. Played here 3 years ago, and then it wasn't very easy. So, you know, fairways and greens, and, you know, I like tough golf courses. I think if you play good golf, I think it really separates you from the bad golf. So hopefully I can, you know, show up my skills and shoot low.
Now, the good news for those players, positions 31 through 50 in the FedEx Cup standings currently, is the fact that they made it into the top 50. They are in the signature events for next year, so there is a bit of freedom there. But obviously, as you heard, every player wants to make it to East Lake and be a part of the Tour Championship because it really punctuates what was a really remarkable season. Now, this is going to be a very challenging golf course. Damon and Eamon, you were talking about how difficult Olympia Fields is. Well, over the last 24 hours, 1.65 inches of rain has fallen here at Olympia Fields, which means, yes, the greens are going to be softer heading into competition on Thursday because there is a chance for showers on Thursday as well. But it's going to make this golf course even longer, and it is a beast. Players are pulling out all kinds of lumber here, hitting into these greens from what I have seen so far this morning. So it will be quite a challenge as these players try to advance to Atlanta.